Well, the 2026 legislative session is now underway as both houses of the Mississippi legislature gavelled in at noon yesterday. Lots of major topics will be on the agenda this session, including the issues of school choice, rural health care, workforce development issues, and even online sports betting.
Dave Elliott is at the Capitol talking to coast lawmakers about their priorities for this session.
It's a new year and a new session of the Mississippi legislature. Lawmakers from around the state have gathered here in Jackson. Education is always at the top of the agenda. This year, shoring up the public employee retirement system and workforce development. Then there are topics that are specific to the coast, like the Gulf Coast Restoration Fund, $69 million available this year for economic development projects on the Mississippi coast.
It is. It's going to be a big story. You know, we've had 2 years where we haven't allocated funds, so this year we're definitely going to allocate funds. And we've got some great projects in the pipeline this year, all across the coast that we're going to do good with, I think. So I think people are going to be happier this year than maybe they've been with us the last couple of years.
Online sports betting, making it legal in Mississippi in 2026. Are we finally going to see it?
Well, I'd like to see something come forward, but I don't think that the people that are really pushing this issue, which are the national companies that are FanDuel and DraftKings, are interested in trying to do what's best for the state of Mississippi.
On Wednesday, South Mississippi comes to Jackson. It's called Gulf Coast Day. Community and business leaders from South Mississippi, from tourism, from the casino industry, will all be here holding a reception, lobbying lawmakers, and telling South Mississippi's story. In Jackson, I'm Dave Elliott, WXXV News 25.
Love seeing Dave up at the Capitol. He looked happy to be there.
Yes, I know. He met my dad yesterday, so Dave and Craig got to meet over at the Capitol. My dad's a lobbyist, so he sent me a picture, and Dave looked as happy as he could be to be there.
Yeah, he did. And with the legislative session, one subject being discussed is school choices.
Dave Elliott spoke to 2 state representatives on the matter.
It's official. The 2026 legislative session is now off and running, with lawmakers from every corner of Mississippi gathering here at the state capitol for the next 3 months. Right at the top of the agenda is going to be education. Lieutenant Governor Delbert Hosemann has talked about teacher pay raises, but the one issue that is getting the most attention is school choice.
We know that we've got problems where there's failing schools and children in those schools. What I'm hearing on the House when I've talked to our leadership, they want to come up with a plan that continues to support our public school system, but then at the same time for those families and children that might need a different option, where they can be able to go achieve that and do what's best for their child. So I'm really excited to see what's in that bill.
But I think on the Senate side in particular, what you're going to see is some portability, some public-to-public options, but we're going to hopefully have a teacher pay raise this year, which they deserve, and we're going to get into that, and a few other things, truancy issues. But when it comes to school choice, I think on the coast, our concern is making sure that our strong public schools stay strong, and that we listen to our superintendents on what they have to say on that.
So for the next 3 months, representatives and senators will introduce bills, debate bills. You know, actually very few bills even come out of committee. And then there will be a flurry of activity towards the end of the session on April 5th, and we'll find out what becomes law in Mississippi. In Jackson, I'm Dave Elliott, WXXV News 25.